Hi, I'm Danny. Welcome back to another video. Is your car's heater blowing cold air? Or maybe it's just lukewarm, not cold. If so, this video is for you. Today, I'll walk you through how to diagnose a car's heater that's not working properly. I'll demonstrate this on my 2009 Honda Civic, but you can use the same procedure on many other makes and models. In this video, I'll cover air pockets in the cooling system, actuators, checking for diagnostic trouble codes in the control head with no scan tool. I'll go over the thermostat and how important that is, and much, much more. I'll also add links to any related videos that I talk about in today's video, and any parts and products, I'll put them all in the description. Let's get started. I'll start my inspection by checking the coolant level in the radiator. You do this on a cold engine. When the engine's hot, the coolant system is under pressure, and if you remove the cap, hot coolant will blow everywhere. If you don't believe me, search YouTube for removing a radiator cap on a hot engine. You'll see some crazy videos on coolant exploding. The reason we check the coolant first is if you're low on coolant, you could have air pockets, causing the heater not to blow hot. To remove the radiator cap, push down and twist counterclockwise. Take a look at the coolant to make sure it's in good shape. Healthy coolant is going to be bright and clear. Coolant that's bad is going to look milky, rusty, oily, and it may have floating debris. As far as maintenance, you should be changing your coolant every 100,000 miles or 5 years. Mine looks good. If yours is low, top it off and use the correct Honda approved coolant mixture. You should also top off the coolant reservoir. You'll see a min-max line, and that's where the level should be when cold. Once everything is topped off and looks good, go ahead and reinstall your radiator cap. By the way, radiator caps do go bad. There are radiator cap testers that you can buy. I suggest just replacing the cap every 5 years or 100,000 miles as a maintenance item, or if your cooling system is having problems. Now let's take the car out for a 10-minute ride to get it up to normal operating temperature. The reason we're driving the car is for the heater to work properly, it needs to be at normal operating temperature. For the 8th generation Honda Civic, normal operating temperature is 195 to 200 degrees. How the system works is the thermostat blocks the coolant from flowing through the engine until the coolant heats up to approximately 180 degrees. Then the thermostat opens. That lets the coolant flow to the heater core, and that's what heats up your cabin. The heater core is basically a mini radiator. The thermostat, this plays an important role in the heater performance. And a faulty one, that's the #1 cause for low heater performance. I'll show you how to check the thermostat when we get back to the garage. Now let's check the AC control head for codes. So just hold the recirc button and the rear defogger. Turn on the key. It's going to go through some checks. It's going to turn on the fans. So those are the radiator fans. Now it just turned on the blower motor. Everything shut off. We have no codes flashing. So according to this, I have no codes. Let me do this again, but let me show you what it looks like when it flashes a code. I'm going to unplug the actuator under here, and that should give me a code 1. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to hold the recirc and the rear defogger again. I'm going to turn the key on. And there we go. We got all our fans going again. Now we got our blower fan just turned on. Everything just shut off, and it's flashing a code 1. Here's a list of all the codes that you can get out of the control head. I have a video for codes 1, 2, and 3, and then also a video for codes 4 and 5. I'll put links to these videos in the description. So the next step, we need to check our airflow. We need to make sure it's going where it needs to be. So we're going to turn on the key, and then we're going to turn on the fan. And right now, it's coming out the center vents. Now, if I push the bottom, it's coming out the bottom. And then if I push the froster, it's now coming out the top. And that's how that works, and that's working properly on this car. The next thing you need to do is the hot-cold actuator, and that's located under here. So if you go from cold to hot, you can watch the actuator go from cold to hot. Then when you go to hot to cold, you'll watch the actuator go from hot to cold. This is your blend door. So what your blend door does is you have a heater core which gives you heat, and then you have the evaporator which gives you cold air. So what the blend door does, if your heater core is here, it'll switch this way, block off the cold air. If your evaporator's here, it's going to block off the heater and give you some cold air. If that's not working properly and you've got the AC on cold, but it's leaking hot air in there, your AC system could be fine. It's just that blend motor. So that's why we check that. Let's go on to our next step. Now I'm going to check the thermostat. I'm going to use a scan tool to do this. First, I'll check for codes. If I see a P0128, I'll automatically put a thermostat in there. Otherwise, I'm going to check the temperature of the engine to see what it's running at. So I've got the engine running. I'm going to check for codes. So I have no engine codes. So let's go ahead and exit out. And let's go to the data stream. And here, I want to go to my coolant temperature sensors. I want to see those to see if they're reading equal. So here we are, coolant temperature sensor 1 and coolant temperature sensor 2. Let's go ahead and say OK. And we're at 188 and 185. That means my thermostat is open and my coolant temperature is even all the way around. This says my thermostat is good. If you get the code P0128, you'll automatically put a thermostat in there. That means the computer sensed that the thermostat didn't open in the time it should have. Now, let's go check the heater core. Now I'm going to check the temperature of the hoses that go into the heater core. If one of them's cold and the other one's hot, that's my problem. I need a heater core. These should be close to the same temperature. On most cars, you can just get your hand in there and touch them and see if one's cold and the other one's hot. On this one, I can't get my hand in there. I'm going to use an infrared thermometer. So the way this works is it shoots a little laser beam on your target. And right now I'm on the lower hose and it's saying about 112, 111. Now I'm going to move it to the upper hose and it's about 99, 102. So according to this, my heater core is not plugged. If the two hoses that attach to the heater core have a big temperature difference when the engine's warm and the heater's on, the heater core is plugged, and back flushing the heater core should be your next step. If you think you have air pockets in the cooling system, you'll need to purchase a special tool for bleeding the cooling system. Low airflow, that can be caused by a cabin air filter. I'll put links in the description to everything I talked about as well as supporting videos. I hope this video was helpful today. If there was something I missed or you have something to add or you have an experience with your heater that would help others, I encourage you to put that in the comments. That's what this channel is all about, is helping others. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.